Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And now we observe the national anthems. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I would have to say Victor Osimhen, Peter. Africa has always produced some outstanding striking talents, and this is the man I see as the latest in that line. He's fast, he's powerful, he's very athletic, and he looks the perfect man if you want to hit on the counter-attack.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there.
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Nigeria gain their reward with header! Oh, extraordinary.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Delibashiru. Nigeria already with the upper hand and looking to turn it in. He's having a hit! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's found a way through. Space for him to turn and look. Elects to cross. Oh, good effort. No, just not quite.
Well, was he a little smarter then, Peter, than he needed to be? I'm not sure he needed to cut it as fine as he did. He had enough of the goal to aim at.
Cleared away. Ball swung in. Delibashiru. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Osimhen. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Simon.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Chukwueze. Delibashiru. Oh, that's delightful. That's a lovely, neat pass. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Chukwueze. And that brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Nigeria leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to to change it.
Nigeria can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. Back on the way then.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Pass is just off target. Short changes him with that pass. That's a little off target. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Onuachu.
The attendance for this match was 80,113.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Chukwueze simply refused to be outdone there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And it's claimed by the keeper.
Slovakia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Nigeria surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Onuachu looking to play him in. Osimhen! And it's hit the woodwork and out.
Nigeria nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And that will be it. Nigeria have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Osimhen voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it may be smiles all round, Peter, but it's a game that's given the boss some food for thought. Good result, yes, but they really could have done with making life easier. All it would have needed was just to take another chance at it.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Turkey. So we're up and running. Goulet. Back to Kolu. That's Yildiz. He's found Yildiz! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Çalhanoğlu. Kukçu. And here's Aktürkoğlu. Shifted it to the flank. Yildiz! And another try! Kavetsi! Goal! Turkey! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Number 14.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Demiral. Turkey very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. He's in plenty of space here. Shot a goal! And he hits the net! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Oh, shooting chance! And here's Aktürkoğlu. 30 minutes gone. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And the shot! Freddie. Takfeci. That has been slung wide. And the counter is on. Knocks it into space. El Mali. And it's Çalhanoğlu. That's going wide left. Strong running down that left flank. Ball played for Kukçu. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Knocks it out wide. That'll be a throw. Carmel.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Takfeci. Arda. That's tidy. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so the action is resumed.
Turkey have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Just eases him off the ball. Çalhanoğlu carries the ball down the right. That has ended up in no man's land.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's managed to get free. Space for him to turn and look. There's the and a header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Luvumbo tries. He's had a shot! Well taken goal. And the comeback is complete. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So we have movement on both benches.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Gola with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And it's Al-Mali. Aktokolu picks it up out wide. Now this could be... Goes for a shot!
Turkey really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Benny. He has found the way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Celik. Çalhanoğlu being hounded, manhandled at times.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but...
Chance! That's really well cleared.
Turkey really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Looking for options for movement. That looks a good ball through.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Into the channel. But that signals the very end. Turkey can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
They just turned up with the wrong mentality, Peter. They got complacent, and they'll have to take the...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi, everyone, and thanks, Peter. It's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We are just getting started. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball, and he was quick to react. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there, and that's really well manoeuvred.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Good running, strong and purposeful, steaming on goalwards. Oh, good-looking ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. No, he's not going to get any further than that.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive. Burkina Faso genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack. Variation, unpredictability, you know, that's always key to success.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. This could be a Costa Rican counter-attack. He's in plenty of space here. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. He'll try from distance! Oh my word, that is quite something! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
I sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Costa Rica have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Costa Rica really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. That is headed for the middle, and it's safely in the keeper's hands. Calvo. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And that brings the first half to a close. It's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Costa Rica coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Costa Rica have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. Back on the way then.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that has been knocked clear. Costa Rica just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Looking to play him in. Shot, surely! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Costa Rica are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Played down the flank. And he's quick to its chance for a shot! And that's in! Back to within one! Interesting! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Threads one in.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Great defending, strong and determined. Costa Rica have it back and can go again. Costa Rica, moments now away from seeing this one out. Lovely bit of skill. Chance to deliver. And it's hoisted clear.
Se van a jugar 4 minutos de compensación.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Cambio en Costa Rica. Número 12. Número 9. Entran número 19. Número 17.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Can he get it through? And that is that. Costa Rica proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course. Forces longer passes through the aerial route. So, all things considered, that extra layer...
Here's a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Drives it. There's the header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Now, can they get... Chance for a shot! It's in! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
United Arab Emirates make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Well read, nice interception.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
What's going wide left? He has found the way through. Lovely pass, but great chance! And no mistake. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now there's... and the shot! And that's in! And they're back in front! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And that's a throw-in. Played out wide. Aims beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. That's tidy. Plays it across. That has been knocked clear. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
United Arab Emirates are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And we are back on the way. Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? They've got to be quick to recover this. Gets a good foot in there. Passes coming off in quick succession here. So we've reached the hour mark.
81,007.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Not the most accurate pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Wriggles his way through. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, they can break here. Steaming on goalwards. Goes for a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Canedo clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Number 8, number 20, coming on the field, number 7, number 10, number 18, substitution in progress.
Looking to play him in. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Oh, good-looking ball. Foot in. Hunt. Just 5 minutes remaining now. He's got away. Oh, super ball. Chance, surely! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
United Arab Emirates have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And there goes the final whistle. United Arab Emirates can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
The United Arab Emirates definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.